If you've said, I just need to finish this one course first before I start reaching out to businesses, you're not preparing, you're hiding. You're stuck in what I call learning mode, the place where you master tools, take courses, build impressive workflows, and make exactly $0. And I know what that feels like because that used to be me. I was lying awake at 3 a.m., technically skilled, but landing no clients, checking my bank account before buying groceries while watching other people land $5,000 clients. I was drowning in debt, working at a marketing job for an insulation company making $50,000 a year, and I knew I was capable of more, but I just didn't know how to get there. Until I found a mentor that taught me to stop learning and start executing. And then I made $20,000 in 30 days. I help builders and freelancers transition to AI consultants who close four-figure clients and retainers. And I've earned over $100,000 in AI consulting in the last 10 months. Today, I'm breaking down the 3 traps that keep you stuck in learning mode, and the simple execution framework that generated me $20,000 in 30 days. And here's the counterintuitive truth. Mastering more tools actually makes you broker. And there's one behavior that changed everything for me. If you want to land your first or next AI client, you can take part in the 4-week challenge that's inside of my free school community of like-minded people, where you'll find a free course that's honestly better than most paid courses out there, and you'll have direct one-on-one access to me for whatever questions you may have. The link is down in the description. Now let's dive in. The first trap is what I call the I'm not expert enough trap. Let me show you what I mean. So on your screen right now, you're seeing 2 people. Person A has 50 AI certifications, knows every N8N node, can explain transformers and vector databases in their sleep. Person B learned basic automation 2 months ago. Person A is still taking courses. Person B just landed a $5,000 client. Here's what's happening. You think you need to be the world's leading AI expert to help a local restaurant automate their reservation system. You don't. You need to be one step ahead of your client. Period. I call this the proof principle. One real-world business problem, one real solution, one measurable result. That's it. My first client was literally my boss at the insulation company. He kept mentioning ChatGPT and I had never used it. Embarrassing, I know, but I built him one workflow that saved 3 hours a week on lead qualification and documented those results. That became my proof. And I know what you're thinking, Lindsay, what if they ask me something that I don't know? Here's the thing, they're going to ask you things that you don't know anyway, even after you take 10 more courses. The difference is whether or not you're being paid to figure it out. The very first voice agent I sold, I had never built one before. A client that hired me to build a lead generation system for real estate that involved multiple workflows and a custom web scraper. I had never done any of that before either, but I got paid to figure it out instead of paying to be in some dusty old school community watching the same course over and over again. You'll learn 100 times more, 100 times faster by doing rather than watching more tutorials. The second trap is the agency before client trap. Look at this split screen. Person A is building an elaborate business structure, LLC paperwork, fancy website, sales funnels, business cards, logo. Person B is making their first cold call. Guess who has revenue at the end of the month? Everyone wants to follow the trend of starting an AI automation agency, but nobody wants to do the work of finding actual clients first. They want the business structure before they actually have a business. I recently had a call with someone who spent 6 months building their agency, building a website, hiring a team of developers, and was even renting a co-working space, but has never talked to a single prospect, not one conversation. Another person that I talked to was building an agency, and he didn't know how to build a damn thing, but he was constantly going to events. I'm talking trade shows, networking events, and he was even starting cold email outreach. He was having actual conversations with real business owners and decision makers, booking calls and closing deals. Which of these people do you think has a better chance of actually building a long-term sustainable business? The guy who's actually having real conversations. You can't sell anything if people don't know that you exist. Here's the progression that actually works. Freelancer to consultant to business owner. You start as a freelancer doing the work. You become a consultant when you're selling outcomes and not hours. Then you become a business owner when you have productized offers and systems. But you can't just skip to business owner. You have to earn your way there with actual clients and actual results. Which brings me to the trap that almost killed my business before it even started. The third trap is the tool mastery trap. Think of it like preparing for a road trip by learning to fix every possible car problem instead of just starting to drive. You spend months mastering N8N, Make, VAPI, Go High Level, studying vector databases and fine-tuning models. while real consultants are out there solving the problem with whatever gets the job done. I literally just talked to someone this week who feels lost and overwhelmed because Go High Level and Vappy both offer voice agents, and they didn't know which one to master first. My response? It doesn't matter which one you learn because the client might want something completely different. You're not going to know which tool to use until you have a conversation with a prospective client who wants to pay you. Here's how it actually works. Talk to client, understand their problem, choose appropriate tool, build solution. The tool comes after the conversation, not before. I felt depressed because I knew my 9-to-5 wasn't going to help me to reach my goals, but I was spending all my time building cool workflows that nobody was going to pay for instead of talking to real people who had real problems. So if learning more isn't the answer, then what is? Let me show you the simple execution framework that changed everything. Think of two thermostats. One is set to learning mode at a comfy 72 degrees. You're always comfortable, always consuming content, always preparing for someday. The other thermostat is set to execution mode. It's uncomfortable, maybe even 85 degrees, but it's the temperature where results happen. Here's the framework. Reach out to 10 contacts a day. That's it. This does two things. Either it generates calls and clients, or it gives you real market feedback about what people are actually willing to pay for. But both outcomes move you forward. Learning mode gives you neither. Here's what this looked like in practice for me. I set up basic cold email infrastructure. I started with my warm network, people who already knew me. Then I expanded to 10 new contacts daily. My results in 30 days? 10,000 cold emails sent, 8 calls booked, $20,000 in closed business. The uncomfortable truth? Most of you will hear this and go back to watching more YouTube tutorials about N8N workflows. The work is hard and uncomfortable, but that's exactly what separates out the people who succeed from those who stay in learning mode forever. And I know what you're thinking, Lindsay, I don't know how to set up cold email infrastructure or even what to say when I reach out to prospects. Here's the thing, neither did I when I started. I found mentors who helped me learn faster, and that's why I'm so passionate about teaching this, because someone did this for me. All right, so now you know the 3 traps keeping you stuck, and the execution framework that generates real results. You have the framework, but you still need the infrastructure and support to execute it consistently. If you want to land your first or next AI client, you can take part in the 4-week challenge inside of my free school community of like-minded people, where you'll find a free course that's honestly better than most paid courses out there, and you'll get direct one-on-one access to me for whatever questions that you might have. The link is down in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.